My dear students, after fund flow analysis, after fund flow analysis, we have the next unit, that is cash flow analysis. Of course, we are treated as cash flow statement. Cash flow statement. Cash flow statement or cash flow analysis are same. Cash flow statement or cash flow analysis. Cash flow analysis means, first, cash flow statement is a statement which explains the inflow and outflow of cash equipments. Once again, my dears, cash flow statement means cash flow statement means cash flow statement is a statement which explains the inflow and outflow of cash equipments in an enterprises during a specific period of time. During a specific period of time. So that is cash flow statement. It is a statement prepared to record cash inflow and cash outflow of the organization for a given period or for a particular period, that is called cash flow statement. Then we have one more meaning. It indicates the net effect of various transactions on cash and its equipments. Cash and its equipments is nothing but cash equivalents, and takes into account receipts and payment of cash. We are measured or we are recorded in the form of receipts and payments. Receipts and payment of cash means of cash flow statement. It is a statement prepared to record cash receipts and cash payments of an enterprises for a given period, my dear students. Then it summarizes the causes of changes in cash position of business enterprises between two periods. So it explains the reasons for changes of cash position in the enterprises regarding to the two periods. What is the cash position of 2018? What's the cash position of 2019? Why the cash position of the enterprises decrease or increase or stable, we should be indicate in the cash flow analysis. So it means it summarizes the causes of changes in cash position of the enterprises between two periods. One more meaning we have, cash flow analysis involves depicting of changes in cash position from one period to another period. Same meaning. So then cash includes cash on hand, cash at bank, demand deposits with bank, etc. Cash equivalent includes short-term highly liquidity investments. Cash term highly liquid investments, cash equivalents. Then very important aspect, that is uses of cash flow statement. Uses of cash flow statement, my dears, very important. And it's some question paper itself, they are asking for 6 marks, my dear students. 6 marks ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So some ಕೆಲವು question papers ಅಲ್ಲಿ 6 marks ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So write the uses of cash flow statement, my dear student. The uses or benefits of cash flow statement, under that first one is cash flow statement helps to evaluation of cash inflow and cash outflow. My dear student, cash flow statement, it always helps to an enterprises to evaluation, means valuation of cash inflow. So what are the cash comes into the organization through the resources, or what are the cash we are expenditure on the activities of the organization, we should be evaluate. Evaluation is nothing but valuation. We are proper valuation of cash inflow and cash outflow through the cash flow statement, my dears. Second point is cash flow statement helps to formulation of short-term financial policies, short-term financial policies and current cash position. Current cash position. Cash flow statement helps to each and every organization to formulation of short-term financial policies. rules and regulations. So which are rules and regulations required for organization for maintenance of cash balance for short term? Short term is nothing but less than 1 year, less than 1 year, and current cash position of the enterprises. So the my dears, first one is it helps to evaluation of cash inflow and cash outflow. Second one is it helps to organization to formulation of short-term financial policies and current cash position. The third point, my dears, the third point is cash flow statement helps to preparing cash budgets. Preparing cash budget, my dears. So cash budget is nothing but estimation of cash requirements for future period. Future period. So through the help of cash flow statement, each and every organization, it helps to preparing the cash budgets which are essential to the future periods. Future periods on the base of 2018, on the base of 2019 cash flow statements, we are preparing the cash budget of 2020. So that's why cash flow statement helps to preparing cash budgets. Next one is it provides, fourth point, cash flow statement provides detailed information about cash generating from various sources or various resources. Various resources, my dears. So it helps to it helps to uh, provide detailed information about the cash generated from various resources clear ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ, or maybe to know the detailed information of various resources available in the organization, the cash flow statement will be helping. After that, it provides detailed information about cash generated from various resources. Then it helps to knowing overall liquidity position of the business. It helps to knowing overall liquidity position of the business. The cash flow statement helps to each and every enterprises or the organization to know the liquidity position. Already we know that what is meant by liquidity, the resources which are easily converted into cash. So what is the liquidity position of the organization? So means of how much resources available in the organization for easily converted into cash. Then with the help of cash flow statement, it helps to planning the repayment of loans or repayment of fixed assets. Repayment of fixed assets on the base of availability, on the base of availability of cash balance only, we are planning to repayment the loans which are borrowed by the organization from various financial institutions or financial intermediaries, and repayment of fixed assets. Repayment of fixed assets means of the amount which is incurred at the time of acquiring fixed assets. So it helps to repayment of loans and repayment of fixed assets. The seventh point, my dears, it helps to knowing the causes for poor cash position. Poor cash position. Why the cash position are very less in the organization? It helps to knowing causes, means of reasons why the organization having ವೆರಿ ಲೆಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್. ಯಾಕೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಫರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ದೆನ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಬಟ್ ನಾಟ್ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್, ಮೈ ಡಿಯರ್ಸ್, ಇಟ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ಸ್ ಟು ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಪ್ಲಾನಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ we are knowing that it helps to cash flow statement formulation of short-term financial policies and current cash position, and also it helps to making long-term planning policies for maintenance of cash balance. For maintenance of cash balance, long-term plans ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ cash flow statement ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, short-term plans ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ cash flow statement ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, my dears. So these are the benefits or advantages or uses of cash flow statement. After that, we have limitations. Limitations is nothing but drawbacks or disadvantages. Drawbacks are disadvantages. So what are the disadvantages having by the cash flow statement? Under that, first one, limitations, my dears, disadvantages. cash flow statement concentrates only cash and cash equivalents. My dear, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅಲ್ಲಿ cash equivalents miss ಆಗಿದೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ನಿಮಗೆ. Cash flow statement concentrate only cash balance or cash equivalent balance. Cash equivalent balance only or cash equivalents only. It concentrate only cash balances or cash resources. So it's not considered other funds or other than the cash, non-cash items are not considered while preparing the cash flow statement. Second point, with the only help of cash flow statement, difficulty to judge profitability position of the firm. Is it right? Correct verse right? So with the help of only cash position, with the help of only cash flow statement, it is difficulty to judge. It is difficulty to judge profitability position of the firm. Profitability position of the firm. Profitability position of the firm. So first one is it's only based on cash balances. Second one is it on the base of cash only. We are not decided the financial position or profitability position of the firm. Second disadvantage. My dears, then third disadvantage, cash flow statement of business enterprises service series only narrow objective. Means cash flow statement do not having the broad objective. Broad broad objective iralla. It means narrow objective. We are taken to consideration as a statement only, but it's not a major statement. And but we are not going to decide or formulating the major decisions on cash flow statement only. Then it cannot replace income statement and fund flow statement. Means it is differ from fund flow statement and profit and loss account. It's not replace. Means ಒಂದು cash flow statement prepare ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ income statement to fund flow statement ಮಾಡೋದು ಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. So it's not replacing income statement or profit and loss account and fund flow statement. They are different. Cash flow statement also different. It reveals only the movement of cash but fails to show position of the business. Cash flow statement, it shows the movement of cash from one activity to another activity in the form of cash only, but it is fail or difficulty to show the position of the business because it's indicate only the cash balances. That's why it is difficulty to show the position of the business. My dears, these are the drawbacks or disadvantages of cash flow statement. Cash flow statement drawbacks. Again, my dears, very important. My dears, concentrate here. Very important. Classification of cash flow statement activities. Classification of cash flow statement activities. Under that first one is cash flow from operating activities. Cash flow from operating activities. So which are the operating activities we are taking into consideration while preparing the cash flow statement? While preparing the cash flow statement, my dears, here first one, these are the principal revenue generating activities of the enterprises. Operating activities means these are the principal activities. These are the important activities on which revenue generating. ಯಾವ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಎಂಟರ್ಪ್ರೈಸಸ್ ಗೆ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ರೆವಿನ್ಯೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅವುಗಳನ್ನ ಆಪರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ಸ್ ಟು ಅನ್ ಎಂಟರ್ಪ್ರೈಸಸ್ ಟು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಜನರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ರೆವಿನ್ಯೂ ಬೈ ಆಪರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್. By operating the business activities, my dears. So that's why here I have to mention some operating activities, means of which are majorly generated the cash, which are majorly generated the revenue. So under this I have to mention only 5 points under operating activities. That is cash receipts from sale of goods and services. This is the major source to each and every enterprises for generating of cash receipts from sale of goods and services. Cash received from by the way of sale of goods and services. Second point, cash receipts from royalties, fees, commission, etc. Royalties, fees, commission, etc. Cash received from royalty or fees, commission, etc. It is also operating activities. So then, my dears, then third point is cash payment to suppliers, cash payment to suppliers, here negative. So cash received, receipt, cash received from royalty, receipt, cash payment to suppliers, because suppliers are the persons, those who are supplying the raw materials or necessary goods to enterprises for production, for operating, whatever it may be. So the payment should be payable to the suppliers. It's also very, very important major operating activities. Again, cash payment to employers. So employees are payment to the persons, those who are working in the organization. Then cash payment to income tax. The payment of tax also operating activities. Activities. These are the operating activities, my dears. Operating activities are those activities we are also called as major activities. We are also called as major activities, which are mainly operated for generating of cash. Mainly operated for generating of cash, right? Or payment of cash. Means of they are the important major activities. Payment of cash or generating of cash. Then the second point is cash flow from investing activities. My dears, note for it. Investing, investment activities. These are the investment activities. So which are the investing activities? Which are the investing activities? Here, investing activities refers to the acquisition and disposal of long-term assets and other investments not included in cash equivalents. So which are the investments made on fixed assets, acquisition of fixed assets or long-term assets and investments ಮೇಲೆ ಮಾಡಿರತಕ್ಕಂತದ್ದು, fixed assets ಮೇಲೆ ಮಾಡಿರತಕ್ಕಂತದ್ದನ್ನ investing activities ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. Here we have 6 points for investing activities. Under that first one, sale of fixed assets. Sale of fixed assets, my dear. Sale of fixed assets, it's also investing activities. Sale of fixed assets is a investing activities, because ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್ ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಜನರೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಗೇನ್ ಸೇಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಆಫ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಜನರೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್. ಸೇಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ರಿಸೀವ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ. ಇದು ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಸೀವ್ಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ರಿಸೀವ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ. ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ರಿಸೀವ್ಡ್ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಸೀವ್ಡ್, it's also cash generated. Cash generate ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, means of cash we should be received. Then dividend received on investment, means of shares ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ dividend receive ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Again purchase of fixed assets, negative balance ಇದು. Purchase of fixed assets, again purchase of investments. These are the investing activities. Sale of fixed assets, purchase of fixed assets. Sale of investment, purchase of investment. Investment received, dividend received. So these are the investment activities. After that, cash flow from financial activities. Financial activities are the activities resulting changes in the size and composition of owners capital and borrowings of enterprises. My dears, ಈ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು. ಈ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಒಂದು ಅರ್ಥ ಆದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಐಡಿಯಾಲಜಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿ ಏನೇನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಮೇಜರ್ಲಿ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ಓನರ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬಾರೋಯಿಂಗ್ಸ್, ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಲೋನ್ಸ್. ಪ್ರಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೇರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್, ಈಕ್ವಿಟಿ ಶೇರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್, ಡಿಬೆಂಚರ್ಸ್, ಅದರ್ ಮಾರ್ಟಗೇಜ್ ಲೋನ್ಸ್, ಇಷ್ಟರಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆದ್ರೂ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆದ್ರೂ ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಮೀಡಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, which are the financial activities we are considered as a financial activities while preparing the cash flow statement. Andre first one is issue of shares. Shares issue ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ cash generate ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Then issue of debentures for cash. ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ವಾ, ಸೊ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಬಾರೋಯಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಡಿಬೆಂಚರ್ಸ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಪ್ರೊಸೀಡ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಬಾರೋಯಿಂಗ್ಸ್, ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಆರ್ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಬಾರೋಯಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರು ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ರೀಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಬಾರೋಡ್, ದೆನ್ investment paid on debenture, investment paid on loan or investment paid on debentures, then dividend paid on equity, dividend paid on share capital or preference share capital. dividend paid on equity share capital, dividend paid on preference share capital. So these are the activities which are related to financial activities, issue of shares, issue of debentures, proceeds from long-term and short-term borrowings, replacement of amount borrowing, invest paid on debentures, dividend paid on equity, dividend paid on preference share capital, dividend paid on preference share capital. So these are the financial activities, my dear students. So then we are going to differences between cash flow statement and fund flow statement. Differences between cash flow statement and fund flow statement, my dears. Fund flow statement. So here, so what are the differences between cash flow and fund flow when we are going to discuss ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, so first one, cash flow statement, fund flow statement. ನೋಡಿ, it is based on the cash concept. Cash flow statement based on the cash concept. Fund flow statement based on working capital concept. My dear, here WC indicate that. WC means working capital. WC means working capital. Cash flow statement based on cash balance, cash concept. Fund flow statement based on working capital concept. Then it is useful for short-term financial resources. It is useful for long-term financial resources. We are going to discuss the only differences. Cash flow statement, it is a short-term financial resources. Fund flow statement is long-term financial resources. Then cash flow statement, it deals with cash and cash equivalent. Cash and cash equivalents deals it's operating. So then it deals with current assets and current liabilities. Fund flow statement deals with current assets and current liabilities. Then cash flow statement is narrow sense, fund flow statement is broad sense. Broad sense. My dears, four topics, four differences we will be discussing here. That is, one is it's based on cash concept, but fund flow statement based on working capital concept. It is useful for short-term financial resources. Cash flow statement useful for short-term financial resources. Fund flow statement useful for long-term financial resources. Then it deals with cash and cash equivalent. It deals with current assets and current liabilities. Cash flow statement is narrow sense, fund flow statement is broad sense. So they are the differences between cash flow statement and fund flow statement. My dears, ಏನೇನು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, what is meant by cash flow statement ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. Then benefits are uses of cash flow statement discuss ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. After that, limitations of cash flow statement discuss ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. Then activities, cash flow activities ಅಂದಾಗ 3 activities discuss ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. Operating activities, investing activities, then financial activities. My dears, ಈ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Then differences between cash flow and fund flow statement discuss ಮಾಡಿ. Then we have the format of cash flow statement, my dears. Format of cash flow statement. Cash flow statement format na discuss ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಏನ್ cash flow statement ಅಲ್ಲಿ format ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ನೋಡಿ, ಸೇಮ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇನ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಇದು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮೆಥಡ್. ಮೈ ಡಿಯರ್ಸ್, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕೇಳೋದು ಇಂಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ನ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮೆಥಡ್. ಏನೇನಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಆಪರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಹೆಡಿಂಗ್ ತಗೋತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಆಪರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ಅವುಗಳ ಟೋಟಲ್ ನ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಸೊ ಎ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ದೆನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಬಿ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಸಿ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಟೋಟಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಎ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಬಿ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಸಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಈಕ್ವಲೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಟ್ ದ ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅವೈಲಬಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮೈ ಡಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಮೈಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ because it's a logical chapter. When you are solving the problem in the proper method, when you are solving the problem in the proper method, when you are add the opening balances of cash, automatically generated closing balance. Otherwise problem is wrong. ನೀವು ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ನ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಅದೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋಷ್ಟೇ ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಬರಬೇಕು, ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ರಾಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಬೇಗ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ದೆನ್ ಅದೇ ಫಾರ್ಮೆಟ್ ನ ಇಂಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತಿದೀವಿ ಮೈ ಡಿಯರ್ಸ್. ಸೇಮ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೆಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಅನ್ ಇಂಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮೆಥಡ್. And moreover, very important is it's a similar chapter for fund flow statement. Fund flow statement ಗೆ ಇದು similar chapter, my dear students. Fund flow statement ಗೆ ಇದು similar chapter. ಸೇಮ್ ಫಂಡ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು. ಸಡನ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾನು ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಟೈಮ್ ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಲೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದು. ಸೊ ಆಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಏನ್ ನಿಮ್ ಫಂಡ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಮಾಡಿದೀರಾ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಯಾವುದು ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಆಪರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್. ಫಂಡ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಅಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅವೆರಡರ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. Then had items debited to profit and loss account not result outflow, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಫಂಡ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಬಂದಂಗೆ ಡಿಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್, ಪ್ರೀಮಿಯರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್, ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಆಫ್ ಗುಡ್ ವಿಲ್, ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕೌಂಟ್ ಆನ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ಶೇರ್ಸ್, ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿವಿಡೆಂಡ್ ಪೇಡ್, ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಪೇಡ್, ಲಾಸ್ ಆನ್ ಸೇಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಲಾಸ್ ಆನ್ ಸೇಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಗೇನ್ ಲೆಸ್, 1 minute my dears, less items credited to profit and loss account. Items credited to profit and loss account. Items credited to profit and loss account. ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನೋಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ನ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ ಮೈ ಡಿಯರ್ಸ್. ರೈಟಾ? ಯಾವ್ಯಾವುದು? ಅಗೇನ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಫಂಡ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಬಂದಂಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಆನ್ ಸೇಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್, ಅಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್, ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಆನ್ ಸೇಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಆನ್ ರಿಡಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿವೆಂಚರ್ಸ್, ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ರಿಸೀವ್ಡ್, interest on investment received, then dividend and rent received, cash flow from operating activities before working capital, ಆಗ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. had decrease in current assets and current liabilities, less increase in current assets and decrease in current liabilities. Wait a minute, decrease in current assets and increase in current liabilities ಬರಬೇಕು. increase my dears, increase. ನಾನು ಫಾರ್ಮೇಟ್ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಇನ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಲಯಬಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಅದು. ಅಗೇನ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಇನ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್, ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಇನ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಲಯಬಿಲಿಟೀಸ್, ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಆಪರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಲೆಸ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಪೇಡ್, ದೆನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಆಪರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್, ದೆನ್ ಸಿ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ದೆನ್ ನೆಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಎ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಬಿ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಸಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಎ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಸಿ ಬಿ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಸಿ ಬಂದಾಗ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ನಾಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅರೈವಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅರೈವಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್, ಯುವರ್ ಥಿಯರಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ cash flow statement. If you have any doubt,